Women gets humbled by men. Women gets rejected by Chad. Hey!
You look like you're starting to get pregnant, are you?
Hey, yo. Kids are brutally honest. It is crazy.
No. And why does it look like you look?
Imagine
Can you
if
just
a
tell
guy
her I'm
asked
just
her that on a
fat?
first date. She would get massively offended and never speak to the guy ever again.
Yeah.
Then she would probably make a TikTok about it.
Facts.
Who wants to hear a dating recap? Last week, I was talking to a man and we talked for 2 days on Hinge. I asked
Oh my god, she talked to a man. She talked to a man. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Ah, it's newsworthy.
him out on the 3rd day. He unmatched me. Second guy, we went on 3 dates together. On the 3rd date, I said, I don't really want anything casual anymore because it always hurts my heart, you know? He said, we're done. Third guy, we had...
Wait.
plans to go
I think this is only in America, but I'm not sure. But question, if you're American, answer in the chat. Is it true that there is a rule in America? If you go to 3 dates, in the 3rd day, you get a humpy hump? I mean, today is hump day, by the way. Hi, guys. Hump day. But yeah, I guess I heard it's like, it's a thing. After the 3rd day, it's a humpy hump.
on Sunday. He cancels day
Not
of.
like the 3rd date.
Day of. So when your single friends say that they're in the trenches, like it's not a joke. You should buy them like a milkshake or something every single day.
What is it,
of
the
their
trenches?
lives
What does
until
that
they meet
mean?
The love of their lives, because this is just
To be in the trenches, meaning a place or situation in which people do very difficult work. Is that really what they mean?
this is just fucking crazy.
She met a guy for 3 dates, obviously smashed, and she tried to turn
Wait, when was that obvious? See, I told you it's a thing.
it into something serious, and he said goodbye. Maybe she should stop punching above her weight and try to date somebody on her level. This is the
How do you know that the guy who said no is not on her level? Why are we assuming things today? It's hump day, it's not assumption day.
male equivalent to what she looks like. So if she is not dating equal to
I'm
or
sorry, but this looks like a normal looking, decently looking guy that has nothing wrong with him.
below that, she has got to lower her standards.
And she's beautiful too.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
I'm pretty sure I just got conned by this British guy on our first date. So the date was at a park and it has this beautiful view of Sydney Harbour. And he suggested that we should order food and get it delivered to the park. So here I was thinking, that's wholesome. And he whips out his phone, brings up Uber Eats and says that I can pick whatever cuisine and he'll pick what's on the menu. And we pick our food, create the order, and then he goes to pay. Because I'm polite, with my peripheral vision, I can see that an error message keeps popping up. And it said payment options. And at the time, I didn't know what it meant, but now I've Googled it and it actually means that the payment method is invalid, unavailable, or has not been set up. So on the date, I was like, hey, is everything okay? I'm happy to pay for it. And he was like, this is just so strange. I don't know why this is happening. I definitely have money. I wouldn't go on a date without any money. And I was like, no, like, it's fine. You know, I've got it. I'll pay for it. And he was like, I've got the next one. I've got the next one. And I was like, okay. So I put the order through, the food gets delivered to the park, and then as soon as he's finished eating, he gets up abruptly and is like, I need to go home, I need to wake up early, and I need to leave right now. And I was like, okay, no worries. And then we're about to part ways, and I was like, hey, let me know when you get home. And he was like, yeah, you too. So I walk home. 10 minutes later, I open up Hinge, and he's unmatched me.
Now she knows what it feels like to be used for food
Oh
dates.
my
Women
god!
do this to men on a
Doesn't matter if it's a man or a woman, it's always as brutal. Free food. Oh, he just wanted free food.
regular basis, like it's normal. But when a man does it, it means he's a con man or a swindler. Funny how women are not called the same thing when they do it.
Yeah, man, you're right. It's a double standard.
I'm sure I'll delete this. But I recently got, as my therapist would say, duped. Also,
Honey, it's really like, I don't think the vocabulary of the words of I'm sure I'm gonna delete this really matters when you upload something publicly on the internet. Delete it as much as you want, sweetie, but once it's out on the internet for everyone publicly to see, it's there forever, okay? Ask Kim.
she would say I duped myself. Became entangled with someone whose intentions I thought were something different than they were. So, like, I'm 30, right? Situations like this hold weight because I've been through it so many times before. I just have all of this, like, accumulated trauma. And I'm at an age where I feel like I'm running out of time to meet somebody to have children. I've done all of this work, and the way that this situation happened was just like evidence that you can do so much work, but some things are just out of your hands. Some people will still be very deceptive, and it has nothing to do with you. But anyways, true to my typical form, I was trying to take responsibility for my role in the equation. And so I reached out to a friend who's a man, and I asked, from your perspective, is there something that I could do differently to not be recurrently duped in this same way? Like, what about me specifically makes men want to behave deceptively, to smash? Like, my point here is that I would smash willingly. In this case, there was no trickery required, but the person was still dishonest. And that's the part that I cannot figure out. Like, what is it about my energy that invites the duping specifically? And I should have known before I asked, but this guy's answer was, the reason that you get duped is because you try to appeal to the male gaze. And I was like, what are you talking about? I don't even wear makeup. He said, you appeal to the male gaze by getting Botox. And the thing he was referring to is that I got my 11s done a few months ago. Is it something that makes me feel insecurely? They appeared while I was working in this like horribly toxic job in healthcare during the pandemic. So the Botox is something that I wanted to do for myself. Whatever, I don't have to defend it. But as soon as he said that, I was like, all right, this is a dipshit conversation that I'm ending right here. And then I realized the truth that I always come back to, which is that if you ask any man that question, he's just going to give you some projection of his own idea of what women should be, which is to say that when a man takes advantage of you in whatever way, there's nothing that you could have done to prevent it. It is not your fault.
That's so true. They can always find a reason.
As a society, we traumatize girls, women, and then we pathologize their trauma. There's nothing you can do to protect yourself from the destruction of men. And that's why spaces like this are so sacred, where we can all talk to each other and remind each other that this destruction and this pain is not our fault.
She is 30. The eggs are only useful for scrambled eggs on toast. She is running out of time to have a child.
Wow. This guy, bro. I'm 30. I'm 32, bro. I do plan one day to have kids, hopefully. But I'm not planning right now. Cool. Thanks. I guess no babies for me. I will use my eggs for scrambled eggs. So anyone for some scrambled eggs, chat? You hungry? You need food?
And she claimed she would smash willingly if a guy asked. We know this is not true, because whenever a guy is honest about his intentions to smash, they always say no. She admitted to getting Botox to make herself better looking, but apparently she did it for herself and is wondering why, as a result, men might become more attracted to her and want to pump and dump. But of course, men are to blame for all of this. It's nothing to do with the fact these selective 304s are not open to smashing, and it also has nothing to do with altering her appearance, which appeals to the male gaze. There's no personal responsibility taken here
I'm
whatsoever.
sorry, but beauty is for like everyone. It doesn't appeal to the male gaze. It appeals to her gaze, to female gaze as well, and male gaze. All right, like you guys really need to get that out of your head that everything women do, the makeup they put, the diet they do, the exercises, the whatever, the hairstyle, that it's for you and your gaze only. Like, no, it's not. Believe me, it's not. It's sometimes for people to feel better and have more, what is the word? What is the word? I need more coffee. More confidence, exactly. To have more confidence in doing whatever they are doing in life. And today, unfortunately, with celebrities and the social media, we are feeling pressured because we're constantly are put down by all of these, and which makes our confidence plummet. So we always try to find other ways to make our confidence back. And I don't think there is anything wrong in that. Would you rather have a confident woman next to you, or a woman who is always questioning herself and lacks confidence? And, you know, like, I don't think you want that. I feel like you respect more a woman who does have confidence. And even if that means she had to do it that way, then let her do whatever it's necessary for her to feel confident.
Surprised.
I think I might die alone, but here's why I'm okay with it. I've basically been single for 27 years, and over that time, I've become super independent and happy and proud of the life I created for myself. I've done everything I wanted to do. I went to grad school. I traveled across the country. I moved to the city.
Man, I wish I can say that. I feel like I just started living life, to be honest. It's every day for me. It's like I just started living life. Like I have so much more I want to accomplish.
City I wanted to move to. I got the dog that I wanted. But along the way, I built up a lot of walls and probably became a bit selfish and callous. So much so that I find it very difficult to allow someone to even have the opportunity to prove if they could make me happier than I make myself. Maybe I'm broken, but at least I'm happy.
How can you be broken and happy at the same time? Or is she happy about being broken?
Nobody knows.
No. You misunderstood what she said there. Like, the thing is that women have like, the problem with women getting older is society and the social standards that is put on women getting older. So when a woman accomplished happiness and thinks that she's happy without actually fitting in this calope or whatever it is called, that society thinks a successful woman in her 30s is, then she questions, like, am I truly happy, or is just me thinking that I'm happy, and tomorrow when I wake up and I realize that I don't have all of these things that society thinks a woman should have to be happy is what will make me happy, you know? Women like to question these things because women like to always validate their actions and their life through the social standards. And if we don't fit social standard, then we kind of feel like we are lacking and we are not complete as women, you know? And that is a problem. What is social standard? Basically, like a woman would, like, women who got married, have kids, you know, have probably a successful job. If not, then a hobby that is kind of monetized or successful in a way. Family, friends, everything on point. The house is clean. She knows how to cook. You know, all of these things is what we know that a perfect woman is, you know, pleases her man, pleases herself, a perfect mom to her kids and stuff like that. Not really possible, right? All of these things, I don't think every single woman achieves all of these things, if any achieve everything. And a lot of shit happens during life, you know, you get divorced, you're stuck with kids, your job is lacking this and that. And all of this makes you feel like you are lacking as a woman and your life is less perfect than it should be. When in reality, at the end of the day, as long as you're happy, even if you got divorced, even if it's your life harder, if you're really happy, like that's what matters, you know? All of this, what society thinks, doesn't matter. True, society pressure is on both genders different. Yeah, but I was talking more about women because of this at the end, what he was talking about. Subscribe. Social standards when it comes to beauty is effing dumb for men and women, always has been. You don't look like a Kardashian, good. You ain't married at 30, who cares? People need to hold their tongues more. just let you be happy the way you are, honestly. It's really messed up. And for really long in my life, I lived through that, and I lived through showing my accomplishment to society as an equivalent to perfection and equivalent to a success. And then I realized, I think that comes from like when we are kids, we always show it to our parents and our parents are proud of us. And then when our parents stop really, not stop caring, but like we grow up and we have our own lives and we separate kinda, then you turn towards society, right? And you towards other people and everyone around you to validate your life more and ask from them to be like, okay, is this good? Is that? We don't know. It doesn't even matter. Honestly, it doesn't matter. Are you happy? That's what matters. You happy? You happy. Nobody else cares. Nobody's important except you for yourself and your own life. So just move on.
Madam, I'm afraid that consuming sturgeon fish is not allowed in this area.